That's the way you walk when you walk over there. Bum. All right. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report for Thursday, November 16th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your Thirsty Thursdays. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by ATScalculator.com. Come and check out the ATS Calculator. I'll show you how it works. All you got to do is log in, go to NFL, put in Cleveland versus Baltimore, create the ATS results, and survey says we have the home team, Baltimore, winning tonight by 6.06. The over-under landing on 40.67. That's how you can use the ATScalculator.com. Use it for the 150 college football games you got going this weekend, the NFL games, the Grey Cup this weekend, NHL, NBA, and that's how you can use the ATScalculator.com today. All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good night wherever you're located on the World Wide Web. My name is Ron Raymond, a 5-time sports handicapping champion based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Also the author of the Raymond Report, which is based on value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and a money management system. You can learn more about the Raymond Report by going to our website, atsstats.com. Go to learn. Go to the Raymond Report and check out the Raymond Report in a nutshell. The two key principles of the report is based on value and the percentage play. And always remember to follow the 5 golden rules of the Raymond Report. Rule number 1, sportsbooks are not your friend. Less is more. Learn the ABCs of sports betting.
These are the ABCs of me, baby.
Yeah, ABCs, and you can see the A-type teams are teams with a 60 or higher win percentage. B-type teams, 50 to 59.9. And C-type teams, those are teams that are 49% or lower, and it's really hard to trust those C-type teams. And rule number 4, avoid betting on those C-type teams when they're in a bearish cycles. And the way we look at the performance cycle, just like you do the stock market, we look for bullish, neutral, or bearish teams. And those are the teams that are 7-0, 6-1, and 5-2. We classify as bullish teams. Neutral teams, those are teams that are 3-4, 4-3 in the high volume sports in the NFL, CFL, or college football. That would be 1-2 or 2-1 in their last 3 games. And the downward trend, the bearish teams, those are teams that are 0-7, 1-6, 2-5 in their last 7 games. And make sure to follow the money management chart we have here. Those 8-type teams away and the 8-type teams at home. And we give you the number of units you should be making your selections, recommendation on those teams when you're betting on those teams. And again, you can learn more about the Raymond Report right here at atsstats.com. All right, got a good show lined up for you guys here today. I see the bullpen's up and early in Adam. Daryl Turner and his other brother Daryl. Good morning, Ron, in the bullpen. Like the under this Sunday in the 110th Grey Cup in Hamilton between the Montreal Alouettes and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. So Daryl Turner does like the under in that game, and likes the over in tonight's Thursday night football game between the Browns and the Ravens, and he likes Boston College in the over in tonight's college football. So there you go, Daryl Turner's first one in, first one out at the bullpen, and we'll be talking about those games here in just a few minutes. But you know what? Got a busy day here today, and I said, you know what? Less babbling, and let's get right into the ponies, because I got a lot of pearls to give you guys here today. That's what we call our wisdom and our general knowledge. Information is power, and we're ready to dish it out for you guys for free here on the Raymond Report. Don't forget, folks, if you missed a past podcast right here, you go to the website atsstats.com, and then once you get there, look at the Raymond Report past podcast shows. You can get them right here. Or go on top, go to podcasts, click on this, and you can get all the podcasts that you missed right here at the website or on our YouTube channel. All right, let's go feed the ponies. We're going to go to Aqueduct today. Get them in and get them out. Yeah, they're off and running this afternoon at Aqueduct Racetrack in New York. In fact, the race number 1 today at Aqueduct is a maiden special weight race, 12:20 post time, 1 mile on the dirt, and we are going to recommend 452 today at Aqueduct in race number 1. A number 4 horse, African Waters, with Castellano taking the ride on the number 4 horse, 8-5 morning line on African Waters. The number 5 horse, Peristyle Alvarado, taking the ride on the 5. Peristyle is 7-5 morning line. And the 2 horse, Dreaming of Mo, Irad Ortiz Jr., is going to be racing at Aqueduct today. Irad Ortiz Jr. is 25% in the money the last 100 races, and Irad is 5-2 on the morning line. On the number 2 horse, Dream of Mo, and the number 3 horse is your value, your joker's play of the day, the 3 horse, Touche with McCarthy taking a ride on the 3, 12-1 morning line on Touche. If you're going to play the double Dutch betting system today, what I'm going to recommend is, let's say you got a $20 budget, put 10 to win, 10 to place on the 2 horse, Dream of Mo with Irad Ortiz Jr. And this way, if the 2 horse comes in first, you get paid twice. Comes in second, you get paid once. And if you also like to bet exactas, I'm going to recommend 4-5, 5-2, 2-3 exacta box today at Aqueducts in race number 1. Or if you want to go the trifecta route, 4-5-2, 3-5-2 trifecta box. Always remember to box those horses. And the horse with the best win percentage record in today's today's race, it is the 3 horse, I believe. Let me see here. Horses with the best win percentage record is 3-1. Okay, well, that doesn't tell us much. Hey, it must be the 3 horse right? No, it can't be 3 horse. So I'll have to check out what the programmer see. Oh, the 3 and the 1. Okay, yeah, the 3 and the 1 horse has the best win percentage. The 3 and the 1 horse, allegedly, with Davis and Touche, have the best win record. All right, there you have it. That is your free horse racing selection. Now, if you want to bet all the races today at Aqueduct, guess what? You can for free using the Rain Report track report tip sheet. It's races 1-9 today. Last race today at Aqueduct is at 4:10 Eastern. And what a great way to spend an afternoon on a Thursday, on a thirsty Thursday, to go bet the ponies. And you get the free tip sheet today, courtesy of the Raymond Track Report right here at atsstats.com. All right, good morning. Scott Christensen is in the house. Hey, go bet those ponies, Scott. All right, got a great show lined up for you guys here today, and as we always do on the top of the hour, we go ring the bell before. Well, actually, the stock market's already beat us to that. Hey, they open up at 9:30. We open up at 10. Who's Mizzou's in the house? It's the network. Show me the money. Show them the pearls for the. Hey, baby! Oh, wrong one. That's the.
Show me the money!
Yeah, the network is in the house. Good morning, Who's Mizzou, and hope you're having yourself a good top to your morning. Hey, I know it sounds like a coffee commercial right there. To your morning. All right, here we go. NBA last night in the association, and I'll get on the Raptors in just a few minutes. That was like a YMCA team playing the Bucks last night. All right, looking at the last night in the association, 6-2 for the favorites on the money line straight up, 6-2 against the point spread, 5-3 to the over. If you look at the 7-day average for favorites in the money line department for the NBA, 64.3% of NBA teams have won straight up, 35.7%. And on the point spread, yeah, it's as Norm Peterson would have said,
it's a dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
Yeah, the underdogs take the week so far on the 7-day average. The NBA underdogs winning 56.6% of their games of covering the spread, 43.7% for the favorites, and 58.3% of the NBA games have gone over the total the last 7 days in the NBA. Let's take a look at the NHL. Last night, only a couple of games in the National Hockey League. And 3-1 for the favorites, 3-1 also for the overs, and 1-3 on the puck line. Now, that's funny, right? So a lot of 1-goal games last night, or 1-goal games, because if you look at that, 3-1 for the favorites, that means there were some pretty good 1-goal games if they're 3-1 on the puck line. And if you look at the 7-day average, well, if you're betting favorites, get that big tall glass of milk, because you've been washing down a lot of chalk. 74.6% of the favorites in the National Hockey League have covered the spread on the money line, and only 25.4 for the underdogs. So yeah, underdogs taking a bit of a beating last 7 days in the NHL. And when it comes to the puck line, though, not too bad, 50-50. So yeah, pretty much on the even a neutral front here when you're betting the puck line on the puck line on underdogs in the National Hockey League. 51.1 for the over, 48.9 to the under. So you know what? Neutral market right now when it comes to over-unders and puck line last 7 days in the National Hockey League. All right, NFL kicks off for week number 10 tonight. You got the Cleveland Browns visiting the Baltimore Ravens. And if you look at the NFL last weekend, 57.1% of the favorites won straight up, and only covered 42.9%. In fact, the underdogs covered the week, 57.1%. And on the, let me see here, on the season, 62.4% of the NFL favorites have won, 37.7% for the underdogs. And pretty much a coin flip when it comes to the point spread for the NFL on the season, 49.9, 47.6, and for the over-under. It's been an under season this year, and we said at the top of the year, week 1, I said, guys, it's going to be a year of the defense, and you know what? I think my crystal ball was right, because 56.8% of the National Football League games have gone under the total so far this year. All right, underdogs aren't doing anything in the NHL so far this season, and speaking of underdogs, we had a good night last night. We didn't have a good night the other night on Wednesday? Oh no, Tuesday. Wasn't a good Tuesday, a Ruby Tuesday. No, it was a bad Tuesday. But we bounced back. That's what pros do, right? We had Vancouver Canucks last night on the money line, minus 143. In the NBA, on our members selection, we gave out the Milwaukee Bucks, and that line went from 5.5 to minus 1.5. And looking at the Toronto Raptors, watching that game last night, it's just they're a shell of themselves what they were like 5 years ago. You look at the team that won the NBA Finals, and you got to be wondering, what are they doing in Toronto? You know, you look at I'm looking at the floor, and I'm like, where's our star? You know, you look at Milwaukee, Damian Lillard, you got Malik Beasley, you got Lopez brothers. Like, you got a lot of talent in Milwaukee. You look at Boston, Tatum, Brown, you know, I can go on, 76ers, Embiid, it can go on and on. But when you look at Toronto, what are they doing? What are the Toronto Raptors doing? And let's take a look at the Raptors the last 5 years. Kawhi Leonard, gone. All right. Van Fleet, gone. Kyle Lowry, gone. Who else am I missing here? Kyle Lowry, Brown. Yeah, it's, I'm looking at this lineup last night. Like, there's 3 big pieces of the puzzle, right? When you look at that championship team, Lowry, Van Fleet, and Kawhi Leonard, 3 big pieces, A-type players, right? And I'm looking at the lineup last night, and Scotty Barnes is our A-type player. He's really a B. He's a B player right now. He has the potential to be an A-type player in the NBA. Pascal Siakam, to me, he's a B-type player. Nice player. Playing in the NBA, he's really good. But from a star-studded environment and player who can produce, we just look at the Toronto Raptors, and I'm like, what are they doing? What are they doing with that lineup? Like, you want to sell tickets, you need to put. I'll give credit to the Toronto Blue Jays. The Blue Jays, at least they're spending money and putting all-stars on the field. The Toronto Raptors got to get off their wallet and start spending money and put some A-type players on that field right now. Toronto Raptors look like a FIBA Panama team that doesn't care. Yeah, exactly. Like, what are you telling your fans last night? You're playing the Milwaukee Bucks, and they beat you with Giannis on the bench. And it was not even close. They were up by 30 at one point. So, if you're Toronto Raptor fans like I am, you got to be questioning the management and say, look, why aren't you spending money? Why aren't you going to get, and don't give me this thing, players don't want to come to Toronto. No, they'll pay them and they'll come. And it's the NBA. Look in the NHL. You look at a guy like Huberdeau. Huberdeau played for Florida for 10 years, and he's playing in Calgary. He got paid. Pay your players, and you will get the players to come. And be in control. NBA needs to be in control. You can't let the players dictate the free agency markets, right? But looking at the Toronto Raptors, had to get that off my chest. Spend some money, get some players. And just be competitive. Right now, the Toronto Raptors are not competitive, and that's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold said so. All right, there you go. You got a coach rant on a Thirsty Thursday. Hey, I just had to get that off my chest. And, just when you care about a team and you look at the team and you're like, you know what? We're just not competitive right now. And it's no disrespect to the players that are there who are trying their best. But at the end of the day, you got to field the best team. And right now, that is not the best team on the floor. And step your game up, hey? Step your game up. That's all I got to say. All right, let's move on here. And let's take a look at strength of schedule. Now, if you've read my book, the 24-hour rule, if you go to the website, go to Learn 24-hour rule, in chapter, I believe it's 14, strength of schedule, discuss the importance of team schedule strength in handicapping prediction, right? I'm a big strength of schedule handicapper, and we have here at the website, if you go to your database, so let's go to the dashboard, and once you get inside your dashboard, what you want to do is go to SOS. Hey, I know the Raptors needed an SOS last night. I gotta get off that. I'm one of those guys. Once I get like a dog in a bone, I just can't let it go. All right, SOS, strength of schedule, and then when you click on it, it's going to take you to this page. Now one of the things I like to do is when I'm a cycles handicapper. I like to look at teams in cycles, short-term cycles, long-term cycles, because at the end of the day, teams can't win forever, they can't lose forever, and you got to clump them in what I like to call my short cycles, 3 and 7 game cycles in the NFL, and then you got your season cycles, right? So my short-term cycles in the NFL is 3 games, long-term is 7 games, then you got the season, right? And the strength of schedule, when I look at the strength of schedule, when you look at the short-term cycles, you want to compare the power rating to the 7-game cycle, short term, long term. When you're talking 7 games, it's almost 2 months, right? 3 games is 3 weeks if there's no bye in between. 7 games, you're probably going to get a bye in there, so you're talking 2-month football. Teams can't, the good teams, sure, they can win in bunches, but let's take a look at some of the NFL teams and the strength of schedule. And if you are making your picks for this weekend, week number 10, here's I've been saying this for a couple of weeks now, right? Teams you can trust. Who are teams when you're making your pick? And I'm in these contests, and I got to make 5 picks a week. And when I do these picks, and I'm looking at them, and I'm saying, okay, go back to the Raymond report. Go to my golden rules. Shop for value, play to percentages, performance cycles, player availability, and a money management system. And when I look at the player performance cycles or the team performance cycles, let's take a look at the 3-game and 7-game cycles and teams you can trust. Arizona Cardinals, can't trust them. Hey, hey,
cannot play with them, cannot win with them, cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Can't do it with the Cardinals. Atlanta Falcons.
Cannot play with them.
I can go on all day with Mike Singletary. All right, Baltimore Ravens, 5-2. Our motto is this: we punch them in the mouth. All right, so Baltimore Ravens, you can trust the Ravens, 5-2. And look at that, their strength of schedule, 65%. Now, the thing with the Ravens, even if they have one bad game, don't get off the bandwagon. Don't get off the bus. Get to the next stop, because the next stop, gravy train. Hopefully for you guys tonight, taking the Baltimore Ravens. Buffalo Bills. Can you trust the Buffalo Bills right now? Look at the 3-game cycle, 1-2, a 50% power rating of 50. The strength of schedule, 66.6%. So we give you the win percentage, the losing percentage of their the team, and then their strength of schedule of their opponent in their next the last 3 games, and their strength the schedule in the last 7 games, and then we give you a power rating on that team, right? So if you look at the Baltimore Ravens, they are 5-2 last 7, 59.1% strength of schedule last 7 games. So can you trust the Ravens? I can. I've been saying that Lamar Jackson's been playing with a chip on his shoulder since he got disrespected in the free agency market this past summer, and I think he's out there to win a Super Bowl just to prove the non-believers, all you non-believers out there, Bart Scott. So Baltimore Ravens, you can trust the Ravens. Looking at the Buffalo Bills, can't
Cannot play with them.
Yeah, cannot play them. All right, 3 and 4, 44. Look at that. Strength of schedule is 44.9, and they can't even be the team with a winning record, and that's why the shoe fell this week, and they got rid of Dorsey, right? Carolina Panthers.
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Can't do it. Can't play with the Carolina Panthers. Chicago Bears, 3 and 4, 48.9. Now, Justin Fields will be back in the lineup this week. It's too bad. You had a quarterback doing pretty well, and now, the starter comes back in. What do you do as head coach, right? You want to disrupt, but, Fields back in the lineup and brings another dimension to the run game, because now from an RPO standpoint of view, your defensive end, they got to be heads on a swivel, and, the thing with RPOs is your defensive end and linebackers have to be on the same page. You both can't be crashing, scrape, and one crashes, one scrapes, and make sure that you don't get burned on those RPOs, right? Cincinnati Bengals, 5 and 2. Power rating of 58, but look at their strength of schedule, 44.9. So Bengals, even though they lost last week, that was a tough loss. But Houston, there's no problem in Houston right now. Houston, to me, is like the Texas Rangers, same state, in Seattle Mariners, under the radar type team. No one believes in Houston right now, because you keep saying to yourself, okay, this is the week where they're going to start losing. But those teams, those teams that you think that are just going to start mailing it in, and the Houston Texans of this world, that's where all the sharp guys are betting on those type of teams, right? Cleveland Browns, 5 and 2. And 51.02% strength of schedule. Power rating of 61. Now, when you look at that game here tonight, let's go look inside the number of that game, inside the Ravens and the Browns. And let's go to NFL. And you can see Baltimore, a 3.5-point favorite, 44.5. And the calculator had this at 40, right? So looking at tonight's Cincinnati and Baltimore Ravens. Now, we're going to have a new quarterback, Deshaun Watson, this year. It looks like he's going to be out for the season. And in comes UCLA backup quarterback. And let me see here. Sorry. We'll do UCLA. What am I thinking? Oh, Cleveland. I'm thinking Cleveland. Yeah, I'm thinking Cleveland. Okay, the other Ohio team. Joe Burrows against Lamar Jackson. I don't know why I was thinking Cleveland. For some reason, I thought it was Cleveland and Baltimore. No, Cincinnati and Baltimore. All right, there's a little different. Yeah, you know what? Baltimore struggles. Cincinnati struggles when they go to the Baltimore Ravens. 4 and 6 in the last 10, but not bad against the point spread. 7 and 3. And I thought I saw a stat where Cincinnati on the road, division teams, not too good. Let me see here. I thought I had a stat in November. Let me go to my database, and I'll tell you guys, hey, that remember that the gift that keeps on giving, the NHL road favorites off a 1-goal loss. Hello, hey, where's my?
Show me the money!
Yeah, 13 and 1. Not too bad, eh? Not too bad. All right, let me see Cincinnati's record on the road, division opponents in November. All right, so here we go. Couple things. Let's do this. Let's go Cincinnati on the road in Baltimore. Let's do last 7 games or last 10, and let's put in November, and let's see if we got what kind of record we got here. 3 and 7. Yeah, they for some reason Cincinnati in November on the road, maybe as an underdog. Let me see, as a road underdog. 2 and 7, 3, 5 and 1. I don't know. Let me see. Cincinnati. Let's do last 10. Road underdog in November. I know at home it's a little bit different, but 2 and 8. Ooh, not good. Not good. All right. Let me see. Cincinnati. I think they're better at home though, right? So let me do at home in November. Last 10. 4 and 6. Yeah, not bad. I mean, not good. 4 and 7 and 3 to the over. So for some reason, Cincinnati has trouble playing in the maybe the cold in November, but we'll see. All right, so going back to, let me see, Toronto Raptors look okay. Yeah, Bruins. Yeah, the Bruins just keep on. I got them to win the Stanley Cup. All right, back to football. Chicago Bears 3 and 4, 48 points. Cincinnati 5 and 2, 44.9%. What do the forecast has here on that game tonight? Forecast says 25-20 Baltimore. Man, it's just when you get a great quarterback like Joe Burrows, you hate going against those type of quarterbacks, right? But hey, Lamar Jackson, this could be the challenge. This is his marquee challenge. Playing against a great quarterback, and you're playing against the Cincinnati Bengals. This is an opportunity for Lamar to really, an MVP type game, right? To be honest, I think Baltimore's a play tonight. All right, Dallas Cowboys. Look at this, Dallas Cowboys. And this is why, can you trust the Dallas Cowboys? They beat the beatables, but look at this, 4-3 in their last 7 games, but their strength of schedule is 38.7. That's why their power rating is pretty low at 48. So even though the Dallas Cowboys, they spanked the Giants last week, I don't know if you can trust the Cowboys. 4-3, 38.7, 48 power rating. Denver Broncos playing a little bit better football right now. In fact, they're 3-0 last 3. Strength of schedule though, 44. In the last 7, 4-3, 55, 56. You know what? I think Houston and Denver are those type of teams where you're gonna have that uncomfortable pick feeling if you do take them, right? Detroit Lions 6-1, but look at their strength of schedule, 40.8%. Again, they beat the beatables, but when you play those tough teams, what it's going to be like for the Lions. But the Lions 6-1, 63 power rating, but that strength of schedule. I just wish it was higher, in the higher 40s, low 50s at 6-1. Green Bay Packers 2-5, but look at their strength of schedule, 61.2%. Now, Packers 3-6 on the season, having a rough time, but look at the teams. The teams they faced in the last 7 have a 61.2 win percentage. So, pick your poison. Houston Texans, hey. Houston, no problem, 5-2. Strength of schedule, 46.9%. Power rating of 59. Indianapolis Colts, 3-4, but look at that, 38.7. Yeah, can you trust the Indianapolis Colts? Hey, Mike Singletary, can we trust them?
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Yeah, can't do it. Jacksonville Jaguars, 5-2, 51.02%. Hey, you know what? Jacksonville, losing last week to a really good 49ers team, and Gil Melendez had the 49ers in that game. Can you trust Jacksonville right now? That's a great question. Can you trust the Jacksonville Jaguars right now going into this week? Let me take a look at their line, and I know tomorrow, Jacksonville, Tennessee, 5.5. Oh boy. Well, you know what? That's we'll break that down tomorrow when we do NFL. When we do NFL on the Friday. All right, Kansas City, 6-1, strength of schedule, 57.1. Yeah, we can trust them. Las Vegas, hey, you know what? New head coach, the Cigar Club, hey? The Raiders, the new Cigar Club in the NFL. Man, that just makes me laugh. Every time they win now, it's going to be the Cigar Club in the, of all places, Vegas, right? Red Wheat's in the house. How you doing, Red Wheat? Who's Mizzou? The Vikings? Can you trust the Vikings? All right, Raiders, 4-3, strength of schedule of 4.8. Los Angeles Chargers.
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
65.3% though, Mike. That's one tough strength of schedule. That is I think it's one of the toughest right now, last 7 games. Chargers, say what you want about Brandon Staley. You might not like him. But, look at that strength of schedule. 65%. They're playing some really tough opponents. LA Rams.
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Yeah, 53.06% of the Rams. At the beginning of the year, the first 3-4 games, I said, you know what? This Ram team might be for real. Keep in mind, they had a lot of injuries last year. They won the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Yeah, that was just a mirage, I guess. Miami Dolphins. Hey, the Dolphins, 4-3, 44.9. Can you trust the Miami Dolphins? That's, you got Tua, you got Tyreek Hill. Defense, spotty. They put 70 on, who they put 70 on again? It was at Denver. Yeah, they put 70 on Denver. How does Buffalo Bills not put 70 on Denver this last weekend? Anyways, not going back to open up that scab. Hey, I'm not going to open up that scar this weekend. Minnesota Vikings, 6-1, 42.8. And, they got a quarterback who's learned the playbook in 2 weeks. And all they've done is just win football games. But keep an eye, the strength of schedule, 42.8%, not very battle tested. And this weekend, the Minnesota Vikings, are they going to get tested this weekend? Let me see here. In Denver. You know what? That'll be a tough one, depending on the weather in Denver this weekend. All right, let me see. New England.
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Yeah, can't do it. Can't trust the Patriots. And New Orleans Saints 3-4, 51.02. Disappointed with the Saints the last couple of weeks. Man, I've been, you think you're on to you get this feeling. You say, okay, you know what? I think this team here is for real. And then the last 2 weeks, you get off them and then watch them win this week, right? Saints have let me down big time the last couple of weeks. New York Giants.
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Yeah, can't do it. Can't do the Giants. 51.02%. Yeah, the season's over. Jets, you know what? Being a quarterback coach, I kind of like Zach Wilson. I like the fact that he's not saying much. He's just trying to do his job. And growing pains. I think, before I really give an opinion on Zach Wilson, I think you got to give him his learning curves, right? Give him the growing pains for Jets. I get it, Jets fan. You sign Aaron Rodgers. He blows his Achilles on the third play of the game. In comes Zach Wilson. And unfortunately for Zach Wilson, he's just thrown to the wolves, right? Mentally, he wasn't prepared for this season because think of it. You're Zach Wilson. You just signed Aaron Rodgers. You're like, oh, great. I'm going to have a great quarterback and future Hall of Famer to learn from. I'm going to have a great season. No one's going to talk about me. Hey, and next thing you know, you're throwing it right into the wolf, into the fire, right? I like Zach Wilson. You know what? Quarterback is the toughest position in sports to play. Ask anybody who's played the game, ask any coaches, ask any players. Think of one position in sports that is the toughest position, and it's the quarterback position. It is. It's one of the toughest positions of all sports to play, the quarterback position. Philadelphia Eagles 6-1. Come on, play somebody. 38.7 strength of schedule. Steelers 5-2, 51.02. San Francisco. Let's see if they turn it around. But look at San Fran's strength of schedule last 3 games. 77%. You know what? Got to give the Shanahan credit last week going into Jacksonville, getting that dub, right? All right, Seattle 5-2, 40.8%. Also, you got Tampa Bay 2-5, 55.1%.
Cannot play with them.
No,
cannot win with them.
Can't trust them.
Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Tennessee Titans 2-5, 55%. Yeah, Tennessee, man, it's I don't know what's going on with Tennessee. It's not the Derrick Henry show this year. You'd think there'd be more Derrick Henry news and big games, but I say it all the time. Quarterback's best friend's a running game, but the running back, they're like, hey, you know what? It's okay to run, but how about we throw sometimes so I don't get killed? Carrying the ball 40 times a game. And Washington Commanders 2-5, 48.9 win percentage.
Cannot play with them.
You can't trust them.
Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Yeah, can't do it. Can't trust them, right? So the teams we can trust this weekend, I think you can trust Baltimore. I think you can, hate the word you think, right? That means when you use the word think, that means you're not confident. Cincinnati, boy, they're in tough. They're in tough tonight. Cleveland, who's Cleveland playing this weekend? The Cleveland Browns are playing Cleveland at home to the Steelers. Wow, talk about a tough game right there. Cleveland, we'll talk about that game tomorrow. Let's get back to the strength of schedule. Oh, there we go. All right, Cleveland. Man, I can trust that defense. I don't know if I can just trust the offense. Dallas, I can't trust Dallas. Denver, can we trust Denver right now? Or is this are they teasing us, right? That's one of those things. If you're going to take Denver this weekend, it's that uncomfortable figure. You're going to take them knowing full well that they can, revert back to that 70 that defense that gave 70 points. Detroit, yeah, I think you can trust Detroit, depending on who, right? The Lions, but at the end of the day, I can trust Detroit. Can't trust the Packers. I can trust Houston. Indianapolis, can't trust. Jacksonville, you can trust. KC, you can trust. Raiders, you know what? The Raiders are like Houston right now, right? If you take the Raiders, it's that uncomfortable pick type feeling. And the Raiders this weekend, are they out of the cigar club this weekend? Yeah, they're playing in Miami. Okay, boy, that's gonna be a tough one. Hey, this is gonna be a tough one. All right, I don't know if I trust. Hey, I don't know. 50-50 on the Raider. I can trust them at home. I don't know if I can trust them on the road. All right, Minnesota. Man, you're still with a quarterback who's they're like Daryl Turner. Josh Dobbs is known a past astronaut. Yeah, the guy's like the rocket scientist, right? So he's man, he would have been a good guess on the Big Bang Theory, right? Joshua Dobbs on the Big Bang Theory. But New England you can't trust. New Orleans, nope. Giants, no. Jets, no. Eagles, yes. Steelers, You know what? I know their record says they're 6-3. You are what your record says you are. 60%, an 8-type team. 66%. I like the Steelers, but it's just that offense. I just don't. They're so inconsistent. 49ers you can trust. Seattle you can trust. Tampa Bay, no. Tennessee, no. Washington, no. So there's my trustworthy teams. My 2 uncomfortable picks of the week, if you're going to take them, I think it's the Raiders and Texans. But, hey, at the end of the day, all we want is what, right, Mike?
I want winners.
Yeah, they want winners. All right. Strength of schedule, check it out, atsstats.com. Let's take a look at I haven't done this in a while. It's the NBA streaks. Hey, we're going streaking. I wish I had Frank the Tank there from old school. I used to have that soundbite today when I used to do the streak report. All right, let's take a look at the NBA streaks. You got Houston, 6 ATS win. Holy cow.
Holy cow!
Yeah, the Boston Celtics, 4 ATS win. Sacramento, 3 ATS win. ATS losses, Toronto and Denver both have 3 ATS losses. Hey, don't look now. Miami looks like they got their act together with Houston, 6-game win streak. Boston, Sacramento on a 4-game win streak. And Detroit, hey, Piston fans.
How about our offense? When are we going to put it together?
Yeah, they're on a 9-game lose streak. Clippers, they got to trade hard, and that's all I got to say about that. San Antonio, they're in the Clippers' 6-game losing streak. Portland, man, they're missing Dame for sure, right? Hey, Damian Lillard last night, watching that game, the they got into 13 points at one point, and I was like, okay, you know what? We can put Dame back on the floor anytime now, coach. Anytime you want to get, I got that comfort level when I watch a basketball game. I just don't want to get past that comfort level. But you know what? Milwaukee, the real deal. Washington, Golden State, 4-game losing streak. Indiana, 8 overs. Look at that. Dallas, 5 overs. Philly, 3 overs. Denver, Oklahoma, and Houston, 3 unders. Let's take a look at the streaks. Hey, we're going streaking in the NHL, and we got an afternoon delight today in Sweden. Hey, is that game in Sweden today? Is it Stockholm, Sweden? The Detroit Red Wings and the Ottawa Senators. You know what? I think that goes back to the Alfredson and Lidstrom years in the Detroit and Ottawa. Remember in Detroit and Ottawa, all the Swedes there in Detroit, and I know Ottawa had a couple of Swedish guys too. So I think that's why they became so popular back in Sweden, because of Alfredson and Lidstrom. But yeah, 2 great guys too. All right, Pittsburgh. Yep, Daryl Turner says yep. All right, look at the NHL. Pittsburgh, 5 ATS, and you know what? I was looking at the injury report this morning. Pittsburgh's a little bit banged up. I was looking at the Malcolm and Carter day to day. Winnipeg, 5 ATS win. Pittsburgh, 5 ATS win. Washington, they got their act together, 4 ATS win on the puck line. Philly and Arizona also 3 ATS. The ATS losses, Nashville, 4 ATS losses. New Jersey, I don't know about you guys, a little disappointed in New Jersey so far this year. I thought they'd be a little bit better. I thought, even though what's their record? Even probably have a good record. And New Jersey right now on the season, 7-7. Yep, nope. Really disappointed in the Devils this year. I got a futures ticket on them. Don't liking that right now. Let me see here. Florida. Okay, let's see. New Jersey. All right, so the puck losses: Detroit, San Jose, Buffalo, Tampa Bay, New Jersey, 3 ATS losses. Nashville, 4 ATS. Pittsburgh Penguins, 5-game win streak. Wow. Talk about a quiet 5-game win streak. Florida Panthers, same thing. Dallas, man, Dallas is good this year again. New York Rangers, 3-game win streak. Philly, Washington, Edmonton, and St. Louis on a 3-game win streak. Edmonton, yeah, after they fired the coach, they finally got some winning going. The New York Islanders, holy cow.
How about our offense?
Or no, I think the New York Islanders is this.
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Yeah, I was on Vancouver last night. Wasn't looking good there. 3-0 in the second period. And I went to bed, and I got up in the middle of the night, and I said, okay, good. Overtime win. I like that. Columbus, a 6-game losing streak. Nashville, 4-game losing streak. And then you got a bunch of threes. Florida, 6 overs. Hey, anybody play defense anymore? Toronto, 5 overs. Yeah, a lot of firepower in Toronto. Vancouver, 5 overs. Columbus, 5 overs. Vegas, 4 unders. And Washington, 3 unders. And let's take a look at the NFL. Anybody streaking in the NFL these days? You got the Vikings, yeah, the 5-game ATS win streak. Denver, 3 ATS. Philadelphia and Tampa Bay on a 3 ATS. Oh, Tampa Bay, eh? Okay. Hey, it's a good thing you look at the streaks just so this way you stay in the now, right? Buffalo, man, and they're my team. Hey, I've already beat up one of my teams this morning. I can't do two of them. I've already beat up the Raptors. If I beat up on the Bills right now, I'm going to have a really bad day. So I'm just not going to do that. New England, 3 ATS losses. Atlanta, 3 ATS. And the Rams, 3 ATS. Minnesota, 5 ATS. Denver, straight up. 3-game win streak. Yeah, you don't see a lot of win streaks, eh? But you know what? We said at the top of the show, the SBI, a lot of even Stevens this year in the National Football League. New England, 3-game losing streak. Giants, Falcons, and the Rams all in the 3-game slide. And over-unders, the Saints, 4 overs. Dallas, Atlanta, 3 overs. The Jets, 4 unders. Same thing with the Broncos. And the Raiders and Panthers on a 3 under. And just a quick look at college football, because I could probably stay here for an hour doing college football. Yeah, anything. James Madison, 5 ATS. Southern Miss, 6 ATS. Michigan, I don't know if it's 8 or 9 wins. We don't count. See, the thing with our stats, we don't track non-line games. I know every game is line, but there's certain teams, Division I footballs, we only track. UMass, 7 losses, probably 8, and 7 overs for LSU. All right, so there's your streaks, and so there you have it. All right, what's next? Okay, so as you know, I'm a big law of average guy, and I like to look at teams from a stock market point of view, because what goes up must come down. And if you go to your dashboard, so go to your dashboard, and then once you get inside your dashboard, go to Ron's favorites right here, and then go to your top 25 sports betting options. Now, what this feature is situational handicapping, right? So as you guys know, good morning, Lee. Lee's in the house. And Lee's
Yeah, baby.
there you go. There you got a yeah baby, Lee. All right, so situational handicapping. What goes up must come down, and you hear me talk about all the time, bearish, bullish, and neutral teams. And to me, the teams that are neutral, and as long as they don't have a high market psychology of support, I'm talking about the Michigans, Ohio States, Georgia, Alabama, those type of teams. And look at a team like Illinois. Now, Illinois, they're playing Iowa this weekend, and look at the over-under, 30.5. Hey, pretty low. That's like a halftime for friggin', that's like a halftime score for probably Texas Tech and Oklahoma or something. All right, Illinois, a C-type team up against Iowa. They've been neutral 69 days. What does neutral mean? That means they're either 1-2 or 2-1 in their last 3 games. So teams you can probably trust, right? And when they play A-type teams, they only win 40% of their games, which is pretty good, which is really good, to be honest. But they were, 40%. That seems really high for Illinois. I got to go check that out after. Rice has been a team I've been betting all year, even though they let us down last week. They've been neutral 68 days. North Carolina, NC State, they had the Wolfpack, 68-day neutral, playing Virginia Tech this weekend. A C-type team, and normally NC State against those C-type teams wins 60% of their games this season. Chance of winning. So if you look at the end here, the chances of winning, 33% for Illinois. Rice, 57%. They're a 2.5-point favorite against the 49ers. Charlotte 49ers, not San Fran. Houston is playing Oklahoma State. Houston's neutral 68 days. 40% against those A-type teams. They're on a 2 ATS win streak. And let me see here. And here's the other thing. If you go right here in the pull-down menu, NFL, your top 3 NFL situational handicapping teams. Now, the reason why I did this this feature is because it's not always about the forecast. When you're looking at teams when they're playing another matchup, there's a situational handicapping spot that goes into those games. And here's a good example. Let me go to the free report right here. Let me go to NFL. And I'll bring up the first game, tonight's game between Cincinnati and Baltimore. If you scroll right down here, these are called situational handicapping spots. And you don't see this on very many websites. We do it here at ATS because you always want to know when you're handicapping a game, you got to look at past and future, right? Who they playing next, who they're coming off, and the coming off situations. Now, it's really good in college football, and it's also in the pros, but college football, more emotional, right? More, situational handicap, letdown factors. And you look at Cincinnati's coming off situation, right? Situational handicapping. They're coming off an AFC South opponent. They're coming off a home favorite loss. That's really important. What do you think of when a team comes off of loss as a home favorite? Complete letdown. Like, when I see a team like Cincinnati losing last week to Houston, and that's a game they were what, a 5.5 point favorite in that game or something like that. What was the spread in that game? I thought they were like a big favorite, like 5, or maybe it was. Anyways, looking back at that, when you think of a team coming off a home loss as a favorite, they're not going to have a really good week at practice because coaching staff's not going to be happy, ownership's not going to be happy, players are not going to be happy, fans are not going to be happy. How do you lose at home to Houston, right? Because you lose those type of games as a home favorite. When you're favorite and you lose those home games, that's going to hurt you down the road in the playoffs. You got to win your home games, especially when you're a favorite and you're a good team, right? So that sure didn't sit well with the team, right? Situational handicapping. You got to factor that into the market psychology of the line, right? They're coming off an over. They're coming off a game where they allowed 27 points. They're coming off a game where they scored 27 points. They allowed 30 points. 2-game homestand. So this is the first game on the road in over 3 weeks. And they're coming off an ATS loss, where you look at Baltimore coming off an AFC North division opponent, coming off a home favorite loss, right? They lost to the Cleveland Browns, so coming off 2 division games here. Both teams, well, Cincinnati not coming off a division game, but Baltimore. Hey, Gil showed at the beginning of the year. Remember Gil's chart where he had all those the schedule at the beginning of the year? Those division games, back-to-back division games, those are tough. Situational handicapping, right? Coming off an over, scored 31 points in the last game. Or more. 2-game homestand. So this coming off a 2-game homestand. Okay, did they play a game in but did they play a game overseas too? So let me see here. Baltimore. Let me just take a look at Baltimore real quickly, because for some reason I want to think they came 2 home games. This will be the 3rd home game in a row. You don't see that too often in the National Football League, right? Teams that play 3 home games in a row, unless were they overseas. Okay, Baltimore. Seattle, yeah, was that game in London? I want to say yes. Cleveland, I know the good people at the bullpen will correct me on that, right? Cleveland Browns last weekend, that's a tough one. So you know what? Ravens are going to be in a nasty mood too. You got 2 teams, misery loves company, and they're going to meet tonight in Baltimore because they're going to be in a nasty mood, losing both their games. But anyway, situational handicapping, bringing it all back to this feature. When you're looking at situational handicapping, this is a really good chart to indicators, right? What do I say all the time when you're handicapping? When you're handicapping sports and you're trying to build confidence in your selection, you're looking for indicators, just like you do in the stock market, right? What do they say all the time? Well, here's an indicator. Here's an indicator. Find as many indicators as possible, and that's what you want to do, right? All right, Bengals are cooked. Stick a fork in them, coach, says Bo Jackson. Hey, and he gives me the nice the knife and fork. The Bengals are cooked. You know what, Bo? And hey, Bo knows, right, guys? Bo knows, and I think you might be right. I think Baltimore's the angle here tonight. You can try to tell me that the Bengals and Joe Burrow has not been the same type of quarterback this year, and I think Jamar Chase. It just for some reason just hasn't really. Let me see. Last 69 receptions, 821 yards, only 5 touchdowns, averaging 11.9 targets, 99. So let me see. Chase, what's his? I know wasn't he banged up there a few weeks ago? No, he's been played every game. Okay. All right. So you know what? I think Bo's right here. I think Baltimore is the play here tonight. Looking at the back to situational handicapping, let's take a look at the 5 top teams who are in a good situational handicapping spot. Now, these aren't picks. These are teams that are in a good handicapping spot here tonight, right? And sometimes these teams that I talk about, you're going to say to yourself, yeah, I don't trust this team. But they're in a good handicapping spot. And again, always remember, teams can't win forever. They can't lose forever. And what's the old Seinfeld episode? You're looking for even Steven, right? Like I tell our team all the time, don't let the highs get too high. Don't let the lows get too low. Just stay in that even keel. And if you look at these teams here, Dallas, 10.5 point against Carolina, neutral 53 days. Against C-type teams, they win 70% of their games. And I got them winning at 75.8% this weekend against the Carolina, not Hurricanes, but the Carolina Panthers. Hey, friggin' hockey guys, eh? You're probably saying, he was going to say Canes. I know he was. All right, minus 11.5 is the line I had at the DMVI, the Daily Market Value Index. And we had the bookmaker right there with the bookmaker. So, it makes me feel good that the Raymond Report line is right there with the bookmaker. All right, the LA Chargers, -3 against Green Bay. At Green Bay, and against those C-type teams, they win 70% of their games. So they beat the beatables, right? They do beat the beatables. And let me see here. Strength of schedule, 44%. And hey, you know what? Everything's falling into place in the show here today. Look at that. Strength of schedule. We just spent 20 minutes on strength of schedule, right? So this is why this chart is very important. Against Green Bay, C-type team, 53.1% chance of winning here for the Chargers this weekend. They come in at number 4. The Cleveland Browns, -1 against Pittsburgh. At neutral, 59 days. Strength of schedule is 56. That defense is probably top 5 in the league. Now they're starting the backup quarterback from UCLA. Was it Thompson Robinson this weekend? So up against Kenny Pickett. So that'll be a good game. So, you know what? Any AFC North division games are always good, right? Probably one of the best divisions in football. Hey, Division 1 football. All right, let me see here. At Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. We're talking about Cleveland here. Cleveland. Hey.
Will the next person that sees anybody throw anything onto this field, point them out, and get them out of here. You don't live in Cleveland.
You live in Cincinnati. Yeah. All right. So Cleveland at Pittsburgh, 59%. And let me see here. A-type team against an A-type team. And Cleveland only wins 40% of their team. What about Pittsburgh? Do I got Pittsburgh down here against A-type teams? Where's Pittsburgh? I don't have Pittsburgh down here. Oh, wait. Maybe they're up here. Yeah, Pittsburgh. Okay, they're next one. All right, Pittsburgh, A-type team. Wow, 30%. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Can't trust them. Hey?
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them.
Can't do it. This is, man, this is going to be a tough game to handicap. Pittsburgh and Cleveland, 2 A-type teams. Teams that are 6-3 teams. Who do you trust more, Pittsburgh or Cleveland? Cleveland. All right, Pittsburgh on the road, 2-1. Only played 3 games so far on the road this year. Cleveland 4-1 at home. I think Cleveland might be the play here. I think, whenever you got a situation like this, and there's 6 units on a football, 3 units on the field. There's 6 units when you can combine both teams: offense, defense, special teams. You look at the offenses, pretty much even, right? Defenses, nod goes to Cleveland. Special teams. There's your coin flip. All right, let me see here. Strength of schedule, 44%. Yeah, not coming in battle tested for the Steelers are. 2 ATS wins, 6-3, 55.1% and 44.8. Wow, look at that. On the Cal, the chance of winning this game straight up based on the law of average theory here at the RAM report. We got Cleveland at 44.8 chance of winning at home, and we're giving the Steelers 55.1. Market psychology, folks. It's there. Definitely forget Jets, even if Aaron Rodgers returns. NFC winning the Super Bowl 2024. Well, really, Daryl Turner says he thinks the NFC is winning the Super Bowl. You know what? I don't know. I think it goes through Kansas City myself. All right, Tennessee. Hey, what would Ric Flair would say?
To be the man, you gotta be the man.
Yeah, the man right now is the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, Tennessee Titans. Take that grab your bottle of Pepto-Bismol this weekend if you're going to take Tennessee against Jacksonville. Place it right beside your favorite beverage because you might need it in the fourth quarter. All right, plus 5.5, 38.5 is the total. But the good news is, hey, I just saved a bunch of money on switching to Geico. But neutral 60% the last 60 days for Tennessee. Strength of schedule, 33%. Wow, haven't played anybody. And against those A-type teams, a 0% win percent. I did I checked it out before coming on the show. Tennessee A-type team this season. Where's my Harry Carey? This is a Harry Carey.
Holy cow!
Yeah, 0-5, 1-4 against the point spread, and 80% of those games went under the total. So, yeah. Not good. Tennessee coming in number 1 though. But again, it's situational handicapping. Tennessee is in the top situational handicapping spot coming in this weekend. And you know what? This could be a field goal game. If so, then you will get the W. All right, there you have it. That is the top 25 sports betting markets. You want to do NBA, NHL, go right here, and it'll give you the same rundown for the National Hockey League and the NBA. It's a great tool, and you should be using this when you're doing your handicapping indicators. Find as many indicators as possible. Get the old check mark going. And the more check marks you got beside that team, the more confidence you will have in that selection. All right, let's say college football Thursday. It is Thursday, so I'm going to give you guys the forecast, and then we'll get to the 80% club. All right, I got to get some water for this one. Hey, 150 college football games. Said to be no math here. Hey, that's Gloria. Where's Gloria? I haven't seen Gloria in a few days. I need my tea and honey. All right, Boston against the Pittsburgh Panthers. We got the Panthers winning 23-21. The over-under at 44.5. South Florida taking on the UTSA Roadrunners. I got San Antonio of Texas San Antonio 41. South Florida 21. The over-under landing on 62.8. Tomorrow night, Coach Prime. Hey, you know what? Coach Prime and the Buffaloes need to win the next two games. They want to be bowl eligible. Hey, and for every college football coach, that is one of the the recruiting tool you can use. Like, you know what? We've been to 14 bowl games. That's good when you live in Wisconsin and you're playing in the Gator Bowl in Orlando. Hey, because you want to be in Florida in the month of January. Colorado, gonna have to win the next two games. It's gonna be tough though. They got Washington State and Utah. Did you say Utes? Yeah, you got the Utah Utes next week, so it's going to be tough. Washington 35, the Buffaloes 30. You'll run her 65.5. Sorry, Coach. Hey, going against Coach Prime this weekend. So, it's the computer pick, not me. Oklahoma 38, BYU 17. The over-under at 56. ECU. Hey, we got the East Carolina Panthers 23, Navy 27, over-under at 51. Michigan. Is it just me or Michigan hasn't played anybody all year? It just bothers me that they're in the top 4 rating, and all the other crap going on with Michigan. And, it's I think they knew this year was going to be a tough year, so they brought the cupcake schedule for the Michigan Wolverines, right? And I like Michigan. I'm a Michigan fan, but I just don't like what's going on right now. 33-14, the over-under at 47. Yeah, just play somebody. Hey, play somebody. 9-0. And what's their strength of schedule? Do I got the SOS here somewhere? I thought I had the SOS. Maybe not. Oh, there it is. 22%. God. Hey, I don't even know what the hell's going on out here? I don't even know what soundbite to use for that. Strength of schedule 22% last 3 games. Give me a break. UL Monroe against Ole Miss 58-12 is our score. Tulane taking on the Owls. I got the Green Wave winning 25-17. The over-under at 43. Mississippi State 30, Southern Miss 15, the over-under at 46.1. SMU 37, Memphis 27, the over-under at 64.3. Harbaugh back in the NFL. Yeah, he could be. Michigan State 21, Indiana 26. We got Louisville taking on the Canes, the Miami Hurricanes 24-20 for Miami, over-under landing on 45. Northwestern taking on Purdue, the Boilermakers. We got the Boilermakers winning 23-20, the over-under at 44.2. We got it going under. Rutgers taking on Penn State, 31-11 for the Nittany Lions, over-under at 42.9. I got Army 18, Coastal Carolina, the Chanticleers 23, over-under at 42. UMass taking on Liberty. I got the Flames winning 42-15, the over-under at 58. The Hawaii Warriors 18, Wyoming. There you go, Scott. The Wyoming Cowboys 27, the over-under at 46. Rice taking on the 49ers. I got Charlotte losing by 3 here, 26-23, the over-under at 49. UTEP 20, Middle Tennessee State 28. I got Jacksonville State 32, Louisiana Tech 24, the over-under at 56.7. Ball State taking on the Kent State Golden Flashes. I got the Cardinals winning 24-15. I got James Madison beating the Mountaineers. Appalachian State 32-23. The over-under at 56. So James Madison 32, App State 23. The Utes taking on Arizona. Arizona's for real, folks. Big win last week against the Buffaloes. And we got them winning this week against the Utah Utes 23-21. Nevada taking on Colorado State. We got the Rams 29, the Wolfpacks 19. I got the Blazers beating the Owls 35-29. The over-under at 65. Tulsa. I got Tulsa losing to North Texas. The Mean Green 33 and the Hurricanes 32. Texas State taking on Arkansas State. I got the Red Wolves 26, the Bobcats 32. Duke, hey, I thought Duke was a basketball school. Hey, don't tell that to Duke fans, right? 27-22, the over-under at 50. UL Lafayette, the Raging Cajuns 16, the Troy Trojans 32. I got the Illinois Fighting Illini 21, the Iowa Hawkeyes 27. So that was a low total, not 130. We got 49.48. Eventually, they got to break one out, right? I got Notre Dame beating Wake Forest 36-10. I got Georgia taking on the Tennessee Volunteers. I got the Bulldogs 35, Tennessee 25, the over-under at 61.5. I got the UNLV Rebels 24, Air Force 23. NC North Carolina 24, Clemson 33. I got NC State 19, Virginia Tech 21. Sam Houston State against Western Kentucky. Got the Hilltoppers winning 33-19. Baylor taking on TCU. I got the Horned Frogs 34, the Bears 22. Oregon taking on Arizona State. I got the Ducks winning this one 38-17, the over-under at 56.6. I got Oklahoma State beating the Cougars 37-26. Minnesota taking on Ohio State. Now, hey, big look-ahead factor for the Buckeyes with Michigan on deck. Is that next week? Is that the big game next week with the Michigan Wolverines? That's a big look-ahead. 38-11. Maybe Minnesota's the play this week, guys. Whenever you got probably the biggest rivalry in sports when you look at it, hey, which Michigan, maybe Yankees, Red Sox, but Ohio State, Michigan, you don't think they're looking ahead next week? Maybe the Golden Gophers plus 27 is a pretty good bet. Just saying. Auburn taking on New Mexico. I got the Tigers winning 37-13. Marshall taking on South Alabama, the Jaguars. 29-19, over-under at 49. I got Texas Tech 30, Central Florida 28. We got Georgia Southern 31, Old Dominion 26. Cal 28, Stanford 24. K-State 33, Kansas 23. That's a big one right there. What's the name of that? Is there a bowl game for that one? Do they have like some type of name for this game? I'm sure they do. Hey, I don't remember what it is. Boise State taking on Utah State. Sound like Elmer Fudd. 32-33 for the Broncos. Washington taking on Oregon State. We got the Huskies in a close one. 31-30. I like the Beavers this weekend. -2.5. And Florida Gators taking on Missouri. Missouri's been a team I've just been cashing tickets all week, all year. 34-22 for Missouri. Arkansas taking on Florida International. 37-10. I got the South Carolina Gamecocks 25, Kentucky 26. Nebraska taking on the the Sunflower Showdown. Kansas. There you go. The Sunflower Showdown in Kansas State. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. And that's what I love about the bullpen, right? They see me struggling,
Struggling.
and then they pick me right back up. I love it. All right, Wisconsin 22, Nebraska 16. The Longhorns 28, the Iowa State Cyclones 20. Georgia State against LSU, the Tigers 44-26 for Brian Kelly. Hey, I knew it was a Kelly in there somewhere. Kelly. Remember that Cheers episode? Hey, see how the mind works? Just a fascinating thing, this thing. All right, 27-23 for the Yellow Jackets taking on the Orange. 27-20 for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Kelly. Now I can't get it out of my head. 32-16 for San Jose State taking on the Aztecs. 49.1 is the total. And the Fresno State Bulldogs taking on New Mexico Lobos. We got the Bulldogs winning 39-17. The over-under landing on 56.08. All right, there you have it. That is your computer selections courtesy of the Rain Report. Folks, get 25% off your next membership right now. Hey, don't run to the computer and put 25% in and put promo code OCT23. You know what? This promo was October promotion, but we loved it so much. And I want to thank everybody who signed up. Appreciate you guys for signing up. Get 25% off your next membership today using OCT23, all one word, all uppercase, OCT23. All you got to do is once you get to the sign up page, now this is for a 30-day membership or $99. You go over here in the coupon code, put OCT, all uppercase, 23, click apply, and watch the magic happen right there. Boom. $74.99 for a one-year membership for 365 days at atsstats.com. All right, we all know what time it is, right, AI?
We talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice. practice, man. I mean, how silly is that?
Nope, we're talking about the 80% clubs, 80% club stats, courtesy of the RAM report, and we're gonna go to the 80% club stats, and let's see what we have on deck here. Let's go to NHL. See right now for tonight in the National Hockey League, and look at that. Arizona is a road team before a conference game. After a conference game, coming off a 1-goal loss, and they allowed 4 or more goals against in their last game. 9-2 on the puck line. Not bad, not bad. How about down here? Do we have any other good? Oh, look at that. Seattle, home team is a favorite. Last 2 years, totals 5.5. 14-2 straight up. And let's see if the gift that just keeps on giving is playing tonight. Right? Ron, loving UNLV +3. On the road at Air Force. What you think? Yeah, hey, I've been on UNLV all season, so yeah, I do love that. I also like Missouri. All right, let me see. Hey, all my members are like, yeah, what a shock. Ron's on UNLV in Missouri again this weekend. Hey, just keep cashing those tickets, and we'll catch up on Cash Out Monday. All right, let me see here. Where was I going with this? I threw myself off here. Where was I? Oh yeah, there we go. Where's the computer pick? NHL. The gift that just keeps on giving. Hey, you know what I'm talking about. Let's go to NHL. How much longer before those other networks start talking about this stat? I'm just amazed when I listen to this podcast and I listen to media. It's like, you know what? Come on, if you're gonna watch the show, give us credit. You know, that's all I got to say about that. It's like offense, the copycat offense, right? Let me see, NHL. Let's do away favorites. You know, one of the best lines in this industry is entertainment and infotainment. I like to consider us as infotainment. Okay? We're not all about sound bites.
What the hell is that?
Hey, hang on. I'm looking for where's my elevator music? There we go. There you go, Scott. I know you've been dying to hear this. Where's my 1 goal or less? Coming off a 1 goal. There we go. Coming off a 1 goal loss. All right, 1 goal up. All right, there we go. All right, I found it. Here we go. Current season and the gift that just keeps on giving. Right here. Current season away favorites coming off a 1 goal loss. 13-1. Holy cow, Harry Carey. Hey, where's my Harry Carey?
Holy cow!
Yeah, there you go. All right, so road favorites coming off a 1 goal loss. Nope. Nope. There we go. Arizona's the play tonight. All right, so Arizona so far. And let me see what else we got here. Nope. All right, Arizona, folks. There you go. Arizona. Let's see if we'll go 14-1 tomorrow. And let's see if we can cash that winning ticket here at the website. 13-1. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Hey, we can win with them.
Straight cash, homie.
Yeah, it is straight cash, Randy. All right, folks, thanks for watching the show here today. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did enjoy the show, hit that like button. And again, if you missed the show, you know where to go. You know where to catch us. ATSstats.com. Go to our website or go on our YouTube channel. Go to past shows and watch the best show on the internet right here. Right? Information, entertainment. No, yeah, we're not entertainment. We're information. Oh, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. All right, let's go to the. Let's go. Where's my Harry Carey? Let me get me out of here. I'm babbling.
Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey from Wrigley Field on a beautiful day for baseball. To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Joe, own the Chiefs.
Owns. I don't know.
Struggling. Can we have fun? You're damn right. I demand that we have fun.
Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only.
Straight cash, homie.
Holy cow!
You know, it's a dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
What the hell's going on out here? Woo! If you smile, but the rock is cooking. That's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.
Let's go to eat a goddamn snack.
Over there, long black boots sitting
this kind of party.